a seasoned entrepreneur, someone with the doggedness and perseverance and dedication to the goal that they have in mind, or the passion that they want to see turned into a reality, like that should never stop you. Risk it all, because we live in a world where risks, they're often rewarded. Even if you fail, they're rewarded because you learn so much through it. You become a stronger person from it. And frankly, the next time you do it, you're not going to make the same mistakes. And so we learn through doing, we learn through mistakes, we learn through correcting ourselves. And so risks, throw them to the wind, my brother, throw them to the wind, go full out, because guess what? You're not going to do it in your next life.
Yep. Hey, I love that. You're not going to do it in your next life. I'm going to use that. I'm going to steal that from you, Peter. That's awesome, because the thing is, number one, I think the risks that people see are actually a lot smaller than they think they are. In the way that, oh, you're going to be humiliated. People are going to forget next week. Oh, you're going to lose your money. Well, you learned how to make money once. You can learn how to do it twice. Oh, people are going to be ashamed of you. Well, at least you tried. They didn't know what you were going through. I think a lot of times the risks that people are worried about nowadays, especially, I mean, I understand back in the day if the risk was you're going to get like killed by a lion or something, but nowadays a lot of the risks that we see are actually, when we put them in perspective of what humans have gone through in the past and what humans are going through nowadays even still, one, they're a lot smaller than we think they are. And even if they're not smaller than we think they are, it's worth trying, because you're going to die someday. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I'm like, one day it's all going to be over, and you've got those last 5 minutes to look back and see, what did I do in this life?
Bro,
did I work? Did I get the most out of myself, or am I going to go into that dark night thinking I left a lot on the table? I left something on the table. And I think that is, honestly, it's kind of morbid, but it's almost like a living for the moment before you die kind of thing. Not that you do, but it's something that I think about. I think about, when I'm leaving this world, what did I leave behind? Because you don't get to take any of it with you.
You're speaking to my heart, man. You're speaking to my heart, Jeb. You really are. I often use the analogy of standing in the arena. And that, at the end of the day, that's where I want to be. And that's where I've actually, this, for the last 2 decades of my life, I've been standing in the arena. Blood on my face, calloused hands, cuts and bruises, sweating profusely, breathing hard, looking up to the sky and the Lord of Lords. And I'm there. Like, that's the imagery that I have of my life, is that I'm literally in the middle of a sandy arena with blood and guts and calluses and bruises. And I'm staring there, heaving heavily, looking up to the sky. And for me, standing in the arena is where I want to be. There's going to be thousands of people in the crowds, from a ratio of you to maybe millions in the crowds that are jeering and are saying, you shouldn't have done it, or you couldn't do it, or you, whatever. So much color commentary, bro. You can throw whatever color commentary you want at me, because I'm the one in the arena. I'm the one that tried. I'm the one that might have failed, but at least I gave it my best shot. And for me, that imagery has led me in powerfully in my life, because we have to remember that first off, none of their comments matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And number two, they're never really thinking about you. They're only thinking about you when you think they're thinking about you. And so if you see the world in that terms, because we're so socially inclined now, right? From Twitter to Instagram to TikTok, you feel like no one's watching you.
Yeah.
Because they might have watched you, but they just scrolled past
you
for 15 seconds.
Yep.
So do you, and do you big time. Stand in the arena and appreciate the fact that you're one of the few that are willing to do it, because most aren't.
Yeah, I think that's huge. That's something that I see a lot of people doing that just makes me really sad, because what you're doing when you're in that environment of worried about what other people think is that you're living for them and not for yourselves. And that is where the disconnect is when you're living to make everybody else happy, when quite frankly, they've got a lot else on their mind. They're not thinking about you very much in the first place. So if you fail, they're probably going to forget about it. You're thinking about it a lot more than they are. And even if they were thinking about it all the time, what does it matter? It comes down to an insecurity, I think, in people. And I love that you mentioned the arena, because do you know Lindsey Sterling, the violinist, by chance?
Name sounds familiar, yeah.
She's a dancing violinist, and she has a song called the arena, and she's playing the violin in the arena, and the song opens with a quote by Teddy Roosevelt. I'm just going to go ahead and read it real quick. Very similar to what you were saying. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena.